as we stay with these live visuals of Prime Minister Modi there waiting for the French President Hollande to actually arrive at the Rock Garden and kickstart his 3-day visit. Also important to talk about, the kind of conversations we've seen before this visit. We've heard the French President Hollande actually, praising Prime Minister Modi for his sense of proportion, determination, and not to forget that he says that India is justified when India is, asking for action against the perpetrators of the Pathankot terror attack.
Yeah, that's true. The agenda has been set. The French president in an interview has categorically stated that India is truly right in asking for an action by the Pakistani government against the perpetrators of crime at Pathankot airport. What we know is that the Rafale deal, which is to be done between India and France, there are certain technical problems, to which he categorically replied that it is a painstaking task and it will take some time to really iron out the differences. But indeed, the fight against terrorism is an important issue in the subcontinent. The French government has supported the Indian government, categorically saying that Narendra Modi government is right in asking the Pakistani government to act against those terrorists who had masterminded the attack at Pathankot Airport Airbase.
Yes, and Vishal, we've also seen a very spirited welcome that was accorded to the French president when he landed earlier in Chandigarh. What really do you see around you? What are the kind of arrangements? And we also sense some kind of activity there. Talk us through what we see on ground zero right now.
See, as of now, what we see is that heavy presence of security forces in the area. The area has been sealed off. What we know is that the stay of the French president would be for around 5.5 hours here at Chandigarh, and after that he'll leave for Delhi. Now his visit would start at around 1 o'clock. He landed at the Chandigarh airport, was received by the governor of Punjab and Haryana, also the chief minister of Haryana.
Yes, Vishal, so now the French President Hollande is meeting with Prime Minister Modi. Those live visuals on our screens coming in from the Rock Garden. We are given to understand that the two are going to be spending about 15 to 20 minutes here. And yes, that is the regular moment there for the cameras, that handshake coming in. Prime Minister Modi meeting with the French President, who's also the chief guest on our Republic Day. Yes, Vishal, it's back to you.
So as you see these visuals where the Narendra Modi has received the French President at Rock Garden. After that, they'll go to the capital area, which has the open hand, which is the symbol of Chandigarh. They'll visit this area. It has the premises of the Civil Secretariat and also High Court. After that, 15 minutes, they'll go to the Corbusier Museum here at Chandigarh. He was the architect. He was the French architect who had really given the city its shape. And Chandigarh is because of Le Corbusier. So his museum is there. The French president is expected to visit there. What we know is that there was keenness shown by the French administration to visit this area. They wanted to see what was the involvement of Le Corbusier in development of Chandigarh. So they'll go to the museum there, and after that they'll come to Hotel Taj, where there is a CEO summit happening here, where a large number of business industrialists have gathered here from India and France, where there could be memorandum of understanding could be signed between both the industrialists. What we know is that a warm welcome has been given by the Indian Prime Minister to the French President at the Rock Garden, and after that they'll go to the nearby areas and the museum in the area, and then there will be a business level summit here at Hotel Taj.
And Vishal, it's also important when we look at these visuals on, of the Prime Minister Modi there and the French President Hollande, actually, taking out time to visit a place like the Rock Garden when they're talking about Chandigarh. This is also a lot to do about the personal chemistry between the two, is it not?
Yeah, that's true. When Narendra Modi had gone to France, there was a lot of personal chemistry that was on show when they had really gone on tour to the French capital. They had visited several places. So here, the French president has come to India. It's first time that it's happening that they have landed outside the national capital region. Chandigarh has been chosen as a place which was really developed by a French architect. So they wanted to see how this city has been planned beautifully. So there are a lot of places for people to go. Rock Garden is one of the very few finest places. First, they start their visit from the Rock Garden, where the President and the Prime Minister are right now. And after that, they'll go to the capital region, and then they'll go to the museum area. So that is basically the places where the French President and the Indian Prime Minister would visit. And after that, they'll come over to the CEO level business meet here at Chandigarh Taj. But indeed, the development, the relation, the chemistry you see between both the top leaders is something very interesting. The French President coming here, there is a lot of mutual interest for both of them, and you see the French President has already said that India is right in asking Pakistan to take action against the perpetrators of crime of Pathankot Air Force Air Base attack.